Hey guys, welcome back to the Thomas Pokemaster, and today in this video we're going to be playing some more Danganronpa, and this is actually part 2 of this session, so to speak. So if you didn't watch the first part, which hopefully, and unless I'm really stupid, should have come out before this. Anyways, in the last episode we were looking what to do from the investigation. We learned a bunch of stuff. I think we were trying to see Byakuya, because I think he's, but he's not there. Because the serial killer's file is gone. So, I'm not too sure. Hina? Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. Is she Genocide Jack? Is that the big twist here? So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry. Yeah. Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created: outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with? Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It's like, it was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It's like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know if she talked to the boys all the time. Isn't she comfortable to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite one? Wait, maybe. Maybe she's just guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? I think so. I never saw her as that kind of girl. Maybe she's gay. Sorry, that was mean. Not mean. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
So I ended the last episode when all I needed to do was go into the dining room.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial! You remember where to meet,
Let's
right?
go, baby! That's what I'm talking about.
Please go through the red...
Yeah, shut up. Let's get this over with. I'm pissed now. Begin the class trial. It's about to begin. I don't know why I said this fast. The door is right through here. I can't do this. I'm too goofy. Too much goofy. Man, 772. What? My blind already missing someone.
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How can I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, Toko, go ahead and drag her out. You're kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. Can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible. Okay, now everyone's here. Okay, then hustle into the van. Let's get the show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She's so gentle, so calm and meek. I haven't had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone's standing right here. What do you think? I redecorated it. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very nice.
Good. You're ready to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay, then let's get the show on the road.
Chills,
Everyone, please find your
chills.
assigned seats. So the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Why not? We'll save, I guess. We'll do a cheeky little save. Okay. Do I have any skills? Increase bullet capacity. Okay, increase damage to the opponent when this damage is destroyed. Bullet time. Increase bullet capacity. Bullet time, blah, blah. Okay, cool. We are good to go.
Hey then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Locker room dump.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But
Indeed.
what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
There was something on this list. Yeah, I know. How do you? I don't remember the controls. Sensor. Fast forward. Control. Open and book.
It appears it was. According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong!
That's wrong.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned,
True.
there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so great!
It's kind. I mean, it's kind of needed.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the Venus serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? The New York was added to the non-stop debates. Yeah! For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Truth will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles. There's a way to keep the white noise. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down white noise. Shoot an actual mark with the silencer, so the white noise, the time level will decrease to take careful aim. Okay. Or if your action is difficulty set. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't go. I ain't no pussy. At least I don't think I am.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But
Oh,
that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Incorrect.
That's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
The murder files.
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What?
That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly,
boy.
it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the
Stupid.
other characteristic. And it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic, if I'm not mistaken, had to do with, yeah.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Yeah, freaking T-posing.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical...
It's actually Genocide Jack.
It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
You betcha.
In fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
And he's just gonna drop it right there.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle.
Split personality. It's Widow for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people. I like, dude, this game's music is lit. I don't know. Is it Z? Schizo. Skid.
I refuse to give up yet!
I don't like this game anymore. I don't like it. Okay, well it's Skiz. Skizzy. Schizo. Schizo. Schizo?
Now I understand!
Schizophrenic?
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
So what's Schizo?
Okay, but still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Well, this is like a split personality. She fainted?
Shoot!
Oh, whatever.
Shoot!
But that just seems so stupid. Her behavior changed.
You're talking
So it was
about
really
how she
obvious.
started acting totally...
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Yeah, I'm fine. What was that, buddy? Hey, you dead? She must have had it real hard when she was 19. What the? That's right. So she
She was
weird.
acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
I never even thought of that. Damn.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack.
So that's what she means, and she won't let him have control.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
So that's the
What?
promise.
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask
Also,
you
isn't
to.
it like illegal to lie under like the law or something?
This is the real world,
What
not
I-
some
you get
romantic
it.
fantasy
It's like
fairy
an oath
tale.
or some shit.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
Chihiro's dead. Oh, oh, that's what she meant.
You said if
Okay.
I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
That's so fucked.
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
So
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
this is what I don't understand. Is this class trial really gonna be this short then?
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Togo's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second,
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
what am I looking at? What am I looking at? Okay then.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you
She
gonna
looks
do?
like a frog.
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
That's what I'm saying, Mondo.
What happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Bruh.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Major bro.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
That's why I don't understand.
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
That's true.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
That's a fair point.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
What? You're telling me Frog Lady over here isn't the culprit? Genocide Jill isn't the culprit?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. I like how it gives that like horrible like I'm actually the killer.
But I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her. Compare your past murder. The modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I know.
Yeah, it's the scissors.
Conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Yeah, she like stabbed him.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Look at the neck and the stomach. Fatal injury. Yeah, they were stabbed, not beaten.
The cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with A pair
Like
of
I said,
scissors.
the fucking scissors.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
It's how she was suspended in the photos of the stabbed with hands. But, what was used? It's,
Do
the
you
cord.
remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Right.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
Are they all guys or
There's a
something?
pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Everyone else is... She was a girl. Oh!
Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken, Tetsuro... Yeah, they're all guys, right? The problem is, I don't know much
They were
about
all
the culture,
guys?
so I don't know if there's a fully all guy names.
That's right!
I
The
guess
people
there are.
I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
But let's theoretically say it's not her. She's gonna stay, and then we're just gonna murder on her in our
I'm
group.
just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it.
But then, like, who
It's
else
a
could
different
be?
matter entirely when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
That's true.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I
I have no
have for
idea then.
killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Oh.
She's fully equipped.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
So those are allowed in the fucking school then.
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Yeah, there is.
Here's my answer.
It's him?
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
I guess.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Ooh.
He rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
From the locker rooms, this is pictured. He did immediately know it was the girl's name.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
But we didn't know.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Yeah. Sure. So how... So I'm sorry. How do I do it? Concentrate. Fire truth ball. Before we found
But
the
he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you. Girls' locker room.
You absolutely... That's a natural reaction.
The victim was Chihiro.
Yeah, there it is. Miss Right.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Yeah. I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
It's like he doesn't even care. Danganronpa is acting like that.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
I have
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between this case and this, we got the desk man.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with...
The extension cable.
It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Boom! Fuck you.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Got him.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Pretty
That's
quiet now,
really
bitch
what
boy.
you think? Then your conclusion is something like this. I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Yes. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. He's not even involved. Not even.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering you.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just? What? Just was definitely found in the.
I got it!
It's in the girls'
You
locker
say
room.
you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Oh, fuck you, dude. Fuck
She
you.
was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else.
'Cause the
then
swap.
carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Let's go. Ooh, I did. When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Becca, who'd been so confident up until now, they realized that the actual crime scene could have been someone else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Oh, let's switch up the boys. Yes, it is her account. When I get stronger, she come at night. Wait.
Shoot!
No, oh no, wait. I thought her account was spilling the coffee. Is it just the Yeah. Okay.
I got it!
Okay.
The
I was
proof
worried
that
'cause
she
it
was
could
killed
be the
somewhere
carpet,
else
too.
is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof? is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
It wasn't scrubbed away, it was switched. And it is the boys' carpet.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I guess I'm thinking of like she was killed on the thing and then they removed, but like she was probably killed, hung up. Okay.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
So make it look like...
An even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Go on. Is he right? Could she have really gone to the... That's right, there's a broken one.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
What? No, Leon, that's right, Leon's is the broken one.
Is it really? Could Chihiro really?
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have.
No, I don't. She used the thing that. Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
True that.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Only loaning.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
Okay.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
I don't know.
Hold on a second.
Oh!
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Kyoko coming in clutch.
You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make... Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll...
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Alright. Class trial trip. Class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... So it's the pool. Never mind.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it
Be
again?
sure to examine the entire body very carefully.
Examine her carefully?
Like using our hands. Shut the fuck up.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Come to clutch.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting hands again. In a brief prayer, Sakura began to quietly examine her
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
She's... Is Chihiro a boy?
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Okay. That's me. That's literally me.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Very
So
interesting.
that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back.
Man.
I do apologize. apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy.
So, this video is preaching on to 55 minutes here, so, I do regretfully have to say that this will be the end of part 2. I'm sorry to start breaking these up weirdly, randomly, it seems. I've been trying to set a timer on my phone for 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. This one went off like 10 minutes ago, but I honestly thought it would get to the halfway point, and then I'd be like, all right, well, that's it. But no. So hopefully you did enjoy today's episode. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And I will hopefully see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.